Good morning and welcome to a new video. Today's video topic is going to be about Cooper and I's schedules have only gotten worse and worse. Only so much time in the day, so today I'm just going to kind of pass on the tips about what I've learned, what I've done to kind of optimize the day. And some of you like it, some of you aren't, but basically you just got to sleep less, get your shit done, and move on.
So the biggest thing with YouTube and what I get asked is kind of how I plan my day, how I have time for everything. If you're new here, I'm the owner of Better Body Equipment, and we have a few other brands as well. So the days are very, in terms of what we have to do during the day, are very busy. The time's very limited. You only get 24 hours in a day, so we use it very wisely and selectively. First thing I love to do is, it honestly gives me a huge dopamine rush, is I get the workout in the morning, which we do with Cooper today. So we're gonna go for the weights, usually up at 5:30, and then we're hitting the weights by 5:50, 6 a.m. After that is some form of cardio. If I'm tight for time, we'll do a Metcon, which is basically just a cardio interval, like a HIIT workout with like some weights in between, or we'll go for a run between 3 to 5K. After that, you know, shower up, you feel amazing. I always have to start my day with that. If I don't, I just feel kind of groggy and not really with it. The most important thing to do, again, is be very, very selective with your time. So already I'm up at 5:30, I'm getting my workouts done, and I'm in the office, usually by 7:30 to 8 a.m. It's a very close drive from my house to the office, so I have to be extremely optimal with my time. So I'm gonna take you guys around here in a sec and show you the schedule and how I plan this out. I do it every night before I go to bed. I use something called a power list, which is done by Andy Frisella. I tweak it. He hates when people tweak it, but I made it this far. I'm not obviously nearly as successful as a guy or anything like that, but it works for me. So you gotta do things that work for you. All right, guys, also real quick, same office, rearranged. We put the desk like this so we can see, you know, someone's coming at us.
Yeah, we're ready for action.
We're always ready for action.
Before was a sneak attack, so
big time.
not good.
I will demonstrate. We also have a fat checker here. So me and Coop ain't stunting. We're showing you everything in the warehouse, but the one defect is this, but it's our fat checker, so reason is a plus.
Fail.
You gotta be able to get through to make it.
Really stressed out guy over here.
Very sure. Yeah, that's Frankie's spot. CBO, Chief Barking Officer.
Gotcha.
All right, guys, so at the war zone here, this is my to-do list. Says this is Notion. This is my actual plan for today. March 14th, this is what I've done so far. So I break it down to these things. I basically have 5 important things I need to do throughout the day. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The meetings down below here. And then I also have a thing called an evening shift, which is like my night shift. I use sub bullets within the tasks to make sure that we're good. I usually also have one of my tasks is a quick task list. It's a list of a bunch of little things that don't take long to do. I like that because a bunch of little things need to be written down and remembered, but they don't take up a ton of time. Another big important thing here is you always want to leave a lot of room throughout your day because so much stuff comes up and you never have enough time for everything you set out to do if you don't leave enough time in the day. The big important things again are have your 5 things you got to do in the day, and then with that, always leave time for stuff that comes up. You got to make sure you leave room for everything. Great place to start. The 1 to 4 things are going to take me through the whole day. So basically from 8 a.m. till 5 or 6 at night, and then I'll usually go home and I'll start something called an evening shift. And the evening shift is basically third shift of the day. I like to call it just for like my own kind of schedule, and it's all the stuff I'm going to do at night when I get home. So on top of that too, I have something called an email clear out. So I go through my entire email inbox and I clear out every single message that I don't need. So I usually will clear out my inbox completely that night, or reply to everything I need to, or I'll set reminders to get back to that email the next day. That's kind of how I break down the entire structure. The important thing I want to go over today is everyone only has so much time. Don't go out and say you're going to do 30 things when you can't. Plan for the unexpected. Always leave a few hours in your day for stuff that's going to come up. A fire, whatever it is, it always comes up and it ruins everything. Plan your day properly. All right guys, so you can have your perfect list and everything like that, but the phone is gonna kill you. It's gonna distract you. I can do an entire video on how I like set up my work modes on my phone, stuff like that, but short or long, this one is personal. It has all my work stuff on it still. And this one is my work phone, and it's really just my focus phone because I have like the most important things on it only. This guy has like Instagram, all that stuff. I like to just put this away here. And if I need my phone throughout the day, I just use this one. These phones are really bad. Like I get over 1,000 notifications a day on my phone. This was yesterday's, I had 1,073. Most of it's just text, Slack, email, WhatsApp. These are not social things, it's just work stuff. So the fine balance with setting myself up properly is that with these phones, I could be on my phone 24 hours a day working, getting back to messages, but it's not the best thing to do with my time. The best thing is to build the business. So with those 5 tasks I'm doing, these phones stay away. So what I learned this year is I can be just as effective by replying to the email, Slack message, all that stuff every hour, kind of on the hour, versus replying to them in minutes between. So that's my biggest thing. If you're just starting out, whatever it is, I'm sure you have lots of group chats, stuff like that. I don't even answer mine anymore. Email, Slack is the most important thing to me. So that's my biggest thing. Ignore the phone, finish your stuff, get back to the work messages, emails every hour or whatever suit your needs. But again, that's just the most important thing. Stay away from the phone to get your tasks done.
All right, guys, taking a break, getting a haircut because we need one bad. Had an appointment booked for about a week now. I had this scheduled in. It was terrible timing as usual, but we're here, we're on our way. It's at 2:40, so we're already 5 minutes late. We're gonna get a haircut, and it's only 5 minutes away from the warehouse, which is a big bonus. But yeah, we'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, so cut complete. Just got the sides cleaned up, nothing off the top. 4 is really simple and overlooked, is give yourself an allotment of time board. So when I'm on my schedule, I'll have the time and I just kind of know what it is. But if you're new to your scheduling, be like, hey, I have to do this. It's roughly 30 minutes. Go ahead and write 30 minutes on there and then do it. And then you'll see if you actually did it in 30 minutes or not. It's kind of like a simple one, but I do believe it's super helpful because when you have all your tasks written out, it actually doesn't take that long to do them. And you find you spend most of your time doing kind of like maybe more of a grunt work versus actually doing the tasks. So focus on the stuff that matters. Like now you don't want to be the guy to rush through it and do it too quickly, but you don't want to be the guy to do it through kind of dog it, take 2 hours, but it could have taken 30 minutes. Hope that one helps. I think that's a really important one, if not the most important. Guys, just like that, we're at 6:51 p.m. Got in here at 8 a.m. and we're done all the stuff on the list, except obviously for our evening shift, which kind of takes place at home after dinner. We are gonna start packing up, eat some food, take a shower, because it is so humid in the office today. It's Texas, it's a humid climate, and we're still getting used to it. But yeah, Frank, Coop, and I are gonna head home, eat, relax, and then get back to it. The guy's been cruising all day, sleeping, napping, grinding. Yeah, time for home. Alright guys, so on the way home, and yeah, usually I drive and then Coop just kind of works at messages and stuff like that on the side. Frank there too, so it's really just dialed rides, a never ending ride. So we were at the warehouse for about 11 hours today. So it's probably like a normal day, long, but normal, but you still feel exhausted. Alright guys, this is gonna bring us to segment number 5. Right now it's about 9:44 p.m. and we're doing our triple shift, which is basically all the orders, talking to Chinese suppliers. We also have a team based out of the UK, so they usually come on at night. I know it's what time is it in the UK right now? It's like 4 a.m. in the UK. Sometimes they come on at like 6 a.m. their local time, so I'll be up in a couple hours kind of dealing with some of their messages, things like that before I actually go to bed. And then obviously I will do this on weekends too, but at night I don't work super late. I usually get up in the morning, do the workout, all that stuff, get a huge work day done, and then I'll probably cut out around 4, 5, 6. For segment 5 of this video, whatever you have to do in your day or schedule, I think it's important to really make a good use of your time. Like I was talking about in segment 4, you know, how long it takes you to do a task, budget that out. But segment 5 is like, when you're working, make it very meaningful. Like when I'm working, I'm on the clock, I'm always doing something. Like obviously go through parts of it where you're feeling tired and out of it and all that stuff and take breaks. But what I'm trying to do and what we've taken on so far, this is kind of what needs to happen. I have to work quite a bit to kind of keep everything together. We've had lots
lots of like, people say, oh, just hire more people, hire more people. Trust me, we are trying to hire people. It's very difficult. We find some people, they're great, they leave. Find some people, they're not that good, they have to get fired. It's very particular. I'm very particular in how I like things done, so it's a hard fit for a lot of people. In the segment 5-2, in the always be doing something is really meaningful, because if you're on the clock or you're giving yourself 8 to 4 or maybe 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever your schedule is, like in that time frame, always be doing something, making it meaningful. So segment 4, again, you're keeping track of like how long stuff's taking, but this part is like be meaningful with your time. Always be doing something. Don't waste it. Because if you're smart, which I like to call myself super smart because I'm not, but you could actually do kind of a lot in an 8 to 4, where a lot of people kind of dilly-dally. I think like there's studies that show like most Americans or whatever it is, in an 8-hour workday, they'll do like 2 hours of meaningful work, maybe an hour. Take it for what it's worth. But for the last part of this, I'm just going to be doing my to-do list right now. So I'm going to go through everything that I need to do tomorrow, organize my day, and then I'll film like a recap clip of everything tomorrow. Well, I'm a bit more fresh, so I'm faded right now, but this is kind of like the full day, how I'm doing my schedule and kind of how I keep up with everything. And yeah, here's some Frank hanging out, waiting for me to go to bed. How you doing, buddy? You want a treat? Should we get a treat? That's a big piece. Okay, we're gonna sit. Go boy, and we're gonna shake a paw. Good boy, we'll count that. We'll count that. Gentle, be gentle. Good boy. And then guys, I want to show you my email here. This email is called Superhuman, just pretty much like Gmail. I have all my email accounts that I use right here. And as you can see, every single inbox is empty, ready to go. So I've done a full clear of every single email, responded to, reminded, whatever I need to do. And I've done this for the past 142 weeks, which is gotta be almost 3 years, I guess. Hey Siri, how many days are in 142 weeks? 2 years, 8 months, 24 days. Not bad at all. But yeah, we're cleared out. We got our power list done. I just gotta make my power list for tomorrow. And then Frank is being ever so patient, but we ready for bed. So guys, I'm gonna recap the video here and how I structure my insanely busy days. Again guys, plan the day the night before. It's the best thing you can do to give yourself a good start to the next day. Don't plan too early. You wanna know exactly what's gonna go on and happen that next day. Number 2, get the workout in, dopamine effect. After your workout, you just feel so good in the morning. Number 3, always plan for the unexpected. You never know what's gonna happen. Always leave a few hours of your day for fires, everything that comes up in the morning. We're a small team of almost 15 people. So, when stuff happens, stuff blows up, it comes at me. I need to budget time in my day for that kind of thing. I think that goes along for everyone else. Budget time and plan for the unexpected, because you're not just gonna be able to perfectly slot out your days. You'll have meetings and stuff, but I don't think you can slot out your days to the exact kind of time and spec. Number 4 is an easy one, but I think it's easier said than done. Put your phone away. Get it away from you. All it does is distract you. Nowadays, like a Mac or whatever you use, you have your text, everything you need on your desktop. Enough said, get your phone away. If you need your phone, get a work phone, get like a non-distract phone. Turn off all your notifications, whatever it is. The phone is a huge distraction to the day. Number 5, your velocity of how you do things. Budget how long it's gonna take to do something. I could probably do this task in 30 minutes instead of it taking you an hour of kind of slowly doing it. Number 6, the very most important thing I think is always be working. When you set yourself up to, let's say I'm gonna work from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Throughout that time, make it count. Like don't just like dilly-dally and then you're working from like 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. but it's on and off, lots of breaks. Whatever time you set for yourself, make those hours count so you can be done with it. And that's really gonna wrap it up here, guys. I wanna thank you so much for watching the video. We got Frank back in town for another few weeks, so you'll see him in the vlogs. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, please. It does help. Share with a friend, whatever it is. We had some like really nice success with the other video last time, probably just because there's a bit of drama in it, but whatever. Love it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.